Alright, start off with, we got a 1984 Yamaha 200. The bearings are kind of loose in the rear end, makes it kind of scary to ride. But I've ridden this bike just a month ago for, I'd say we was out there for a good 5 hours, and it did everything I wanted it to and more, because I hit a little small ditch and it bounced me off of it, landed on my shoulder. And so anyway, the motor runs really good. The motor don't need anything. This bike, I rode this one while I was fixing the other one and took some parts off of it and put on here. Now that I've put the other one back, I've taken the parts back. So this one, the bearings in the front tree, the handlebars are bent, the seat's going to be all tore up on this one. Other than that, this bike will, we can put it back together. I got the headlight, the bulbs broke out of it, but this can be a running bike again real easily. It's a 1984 Yamaha 200. Then out here we have a crap load of bikes. We're going to have to start with this 3-wheeler. This is 1985 Yamaha 200E. Them back fenders right there belong to the other one. I just got it on here because just got the better seat on it. There's the back that belongs on here. I've painted this thing, had it all apart. We've had the motor apart several times, put new gears in the tranny, and there's something not right when I pull the cord to hear a little clicking noise, so we're going to pull it apart again. But I've just ridden that real slow in first and second gear around my yard a few times before I started the process of rebuilding it. Ain't did anything with it since then, but at that point it started very easily and sounded good and ran good. The exhaust on, I don't have a decent exhaust for either one of these. I have one that's intact, but it's got a pretty large hole in it, so whichever exhaust is pretty loud. This is a 03 Blaster. This is a parts bike. I don't know anything about it other than that the head needs to be turned down and it needs a new piston. I believe everything else is here. They could put this bike back together, although I've taken the back brake assembly off of it, and I might be taking the handle or something, I think, on this red one. If it switches over, I'll take it too. But I was told that it was probably just put the head on there and it'd be good to go. It's got tight bearings on it and everything, decent tires. The front bumper is probably going to come off and go on the yellow one. There's whatever I'm needing. If there's anything I need on these others, it's going to be brought off of that one. This is a 90. I think this is maybe a 96 or 98. I'm not too certain now. I don't have this put on here and these bolted back on. I've been riding it without that. We've got this and put the new cylinder, new piston, new racing parts all in the top end, put that together, and just been riding the crap out of it. As with most of these, we really need to take a day and tighten up a bunch of stuff on them. Anyway, that's a 2-stroke 200. It's very, very, very fast. It's got the FMF pipe, fatty pipe on it, and a good little silencer on the back. It's got nice tires all around. It's just a little bit loose. Well, it's pretty loose there as far as that, whatever bushing that would be. I don't think nothing about it when I'm riding it, but this appears to have been replaced and newer. Anyway, that starts real easy. It's very, very fast. You hit a bump, it will drive right out from underneath you. And this one here, other than it's an 03, it's almost identical to the red one in that it has a new top end and new piston. Both of these have been bored over. This one here is the one I ride majority of the time. And the other day the red light came on, so I put some oil in there in the lower case, and the light was still on, so I put more oil in it, and then it started coming out of the cap. So now I got too much oil in it. But anyway, this starts on the very first kick. It's got the FMF pipe on it and the silencer pipe back there. It's also rebuilt with new racing parts through the top end. The gears and everything work fine in it. It's no play in the bushings on this one at all. The seats roached, and that happened within, like, you know, just going riding a couple different times. So it's pretty roached, but the cushion's still good. No issues with the chains, rear ends, and nothing. Brakes work good on this one, front and back both. We don't have a brake on this one yet. Got it in there on the bench. Took it off the parts bike. It's getting ready to go on there, but the front brakes work. It's needing, you know, we need to go around, put some bolts and things on these things, tighten them up. And here's a look at the back of these here. And back here. And this is the Mojave Monster, is what I call it, the Monster Mojave. It's actually a 96 Kawasaki Mojave. It's originally a 250, but there's now a 250 Suzuki crotch rocket street bike motor on there, hence the dual pipes coming out of the back of it. It's very tight as far as bushings go and everything. Brakes are really good on it. The tires on all of these things hold air and are good to go. This bike here is very loud. It's very fast. It's stupid fast. There's been a few modifications done, of course, to get that motor in there. There's some broken parts on the plastic. There's a crack up here. You can see over the left wheel over there, that whole section's missing. Like this one's got it, that one don't. Seat's in good condition. No problem with the ignition. I taped that on there. Just missing bolts up here. Let's look underneath the hood on this one here. This thing is a beast. It does need a battery. When I start this, I'll be hooking it to the charger. But it's got a massive carburetor right here. It's an Edelbrock carburetor. It's freaking massive. I've not even seen one that big on just about anything. I don't know. I can't recall anything being that big. Anyway, it starts right up and everything, but it's cold natured. It takes about five minutes, even maybe a little more, to get good and warmed up before you can actually go out there and rip donuts and ride wheelies and stuff. But it does. You turn the key on and bump that thing, and it's running right now. And it's got the automatic choke on there, and it runs until it warms up. And but like I said, it's very loud. It's got this twist grip, which is dangerous. This is a dangerous bike. I don't let any of my friends ride it because it's just stupid fast. But anyway, that's a 96 Kawasaki. Again, it's got the 220 or 250 Suzuki motor on it. Handles very well. It's very nice riding bikes. Comfortable, smooth ride. This big beast here is a 1988 Honda Foreman 350. At the present time, it has no brakes, but we still ride the crap out of it. It's geared so low that you just kick it down and pay attention to what you're doing. It's still loads of fun to ride. We ride it all over. I've got the back little plastic that goes over here, goes over the battery. This battery is actually too big and don't belong in here, and that's why the lid's off of it. You know, these are bent up. The plastics have been cracked up on it. There's other places just covered with mud that I went over them with these little zip ties everywhere, you know, and pulled it back together, and they're good and strong. The winch works. I'm needing a new switch for it, but it does operate. This little light pops off of here with the cord down in here. You walk all the way around the bike with it. That works. This bike, the side to side is pretty tight on it, but the one bushing down there in the steering, the bottom of the steering stem, is pretty bad off, and so there's quite a bit of play in the handlebars. At the present time, that makes it a heck of a lot of fun to ride, because you just feel like you're floating all over the place. But you know, it's this is a beater. It's a monster. We got her stuck in 4 foot of mud the other day. I made 5 passes, did fine, but my buddy, he went down and come back and stopped for some reason, and we got stuck. There's a leak down here. It comes out of this little hole right here. Not sure what this cover is, but and then I need to get that boot back on, resituated right there. That maybe even that's where it's coming from. But I need to do that. I keep an eye on the oil and everything every time I ride it. This thing bumps right over, although it needs a solenoid. It's got the kickstart and electric start. I ran these were extra wires that was run to the back for the winch, and I took them off and ran them to the solenoid, so I just touch them together to start it. It bumps over. It's got automatic choke. It idles real good, and it's not loud. I ride this one more than I do any of the others, and I'm probably more partial to this one than any of the others because it's the 4x4. And what I'm looking to do, none of these really have price tags on them. I'm wanting to trade. I want to find a very nice 4x4 with the push button that goes from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive on demand, and of course reverse. You know, I'm looking for something real nice like that, and snow plow that, you know, I can put on it. So that's what my goal is, and I have an awful lot of things here to play with and trade. I have a little dirt track back here that, you know, you can come. You show me some cash, show me you're serious about buying them, I'll let you go back out here and we'll run some laps and have a little bit of fun on whichever one you'd like. The blue one runs, the white one runs, the yellow one runs, the red one runs. That one probably can run. That one I'm not going to start. Probably ain't going to get what I want out of that or do nothing with it until it's finished fixed. I got way too much time in it, and I really like them anyway. I may end up keeping that one. So anyhow, now the longer you wait, the more parts I'm going to switch around. Like that's coming off, going on the yellow one. You know, whatever this handle situation is here, I'm going to see if I can't fix. Like I said, I got these things. I put them together. Most of them, the motors were, you know, the people had all had the parts and everything, just no time to fix them. And I do have the time, so I've picked them up, I've fixed them, they're rideable, I ride them all the time. I want to ride. If you know somewhere to ride, let me know, because I don't have a lot of places to ride. And you know, if nothing else, come get me, and I'll just go riding with you. I have a little 6x9 trailer over here also that I'm going to put in the trading mix. I'd like to have something, you know, to where I pull 3 or 4 of these at a time. So, you know, I'll trade up. You know, I can maybe come up with a little cash to go in on something, but you know, you bring me some cash and we'll go for a ride. And if you got something that, if you make an offer on any of these things that I like, I will sell them, but don't ask me how much, because you know, I don't even know. I know what I want, and I'm just going to trade around until I get it. So my number is 217-329-5855. 5094. I'm in Decatur, Illinois, just west of ADM. Again, my number is 217-329-5094. My name's Mike. You can give me a call pretty much anytime. I'll text 1 or 2 texts, but I don't want to do that. I'm not going to be on the thing texting all day long. So just give me a call. We can talk about it. Here's a video. I'm going to shoot another video here in a little bit with them all running, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much.